Good afternoon. This is the little TRF radio that I've recently built using IJ42As. As we know, these valves run in low HT between 6 and 9 volts, and we are actually today going to do a small demonstration of it driving a speaker output transformer. And this is the speaker here, and here it's a 10-inch French speaker that I use for test purposes. So nothing else, no amplifiers, nothing in between it or anything like that. I'll give you a kind of quick resume. Ferrite rod, this is your RF tuning coil, and a few turns here. I think there's 2 turns for reaction, tuning capacitor obviously. LT battery is a NIMH, and this is a green cell heavy duty extra, wow, of a sell by date, use by date 12/20/18. It's given about 9 volts. It's just a normal one. It's not an alkaline. The circuit itself has been published on the Goldborn radio forum. I have made a few small modifications to it since, when the addition of a decoupler on the heaters, filaments, sorry, a decoupler on the HT, and I also have fitted a 2 caps here, but this one here on the screen grid decoupler has got a resistor in series with it. You can't maybe see it, just to improve the treble response very slightly. There is a certain amount of feedback because the two G2s are strapped together, positive feedback, which is an advantage as well. We also, since the diagram, we have fitted a volume control, because on headphones it is blisteringly loud. It's far too loud to listen to on the local stations. So today I thought I would do a small demonstration with it on the speaker. The other thing I did do is I did add a series 2.2 millihenry choke in series with the anode load resistor on the RF amplifier. It has actually made an improvement. I wouldn't say it's a huge improvement, but any little tiny bits of improvement is always additional, which helps. Capacitor across the control, actually on the wiper and the feed to the valve. As you turn down the volume, it gives us a little bit of treble boost as well, which is very useful. It tends to be a bit bassy, this, to be fair. The decoupler on the from the detector is only about 100 to 150 picofarad. It doesn't really make an awful difference what we've got here, but looking at on the scope, below 100 there's a bit of RF leakage, which we don't really want, but around about 100, even on the strong signals, it's very, very low indeed. So I think this one now is up, I think I went for 120 and they end up, again, slightly different to what's on the forum. But anyway, I'm going to give you a demonstration here of it driving a speaker. Whether or not this phone will pick it up particularly well is another story. I can hear it, I wouldn't say it's loud, but it certainly works. And for these little 6-volt valves to in actual fact do this, I think it's pretty well incredible. I do intend, though, to do it with the IJ37 A's or B's, was it B's? IJ37B's, which works on the same principle, using dual grids, but we don't really need to do it with the dual grid versions in this, to be fair. We can use something like an IJ18B, or we can use an IJ24B, even a 29. 29 though has got high filament current, which we don't really want, and 18s are a bit higher than 24. So I actually think they're redoing this with the 24s in it. But you mean, this was the first project I've done for a wee while, and the first one using the 1J47 42Bs for a while, and it was just to kind of recreate the one that I made just over a year ago, which worked wonderfully with 2 valves, but I can never seem to recreate it. But what I will say is 2 valves is enough. It's perfectly enough to do this. It's loud enough on the more local stations with 2 valves, plenty of volume. Spirit radio, which is weaker, it's a bit of a struggle to listen to it, to be fair, with 2 valves, unless you've got really good hearing, which, to be fair, I don't. So it could actually be louder than I think. As I say, I'm a bit deaf. I sometimes have to use hearing aids. But anyway, we'll put this on, and we'll see what you think. It's it's tuned in at the moment to our local, which is on 1035 kilohertz west sound. I'll put it on. There we go. I'll adjust the volume. minimum, halfway, max. Okay, we'll do a bit tuning around. So. I don't know if you can hear that from here. You might. That's absolute. Okay. Then we go up the band. Now that's Clyde 2, which is in Clyde Bank, Glasgow, and relays the same stuff as West Sound. Okay. Next one up will be Talk Sport, I think. There it is. And then smashes the ball, and then, you know, it looks as though Gavin's Gavin one of those days. A bit distorted, a bit distorted using the output transformer. It's better on headphones. Then back to West Sound, which no doubt you can hear. I better turn the volume up a bit. There you go. Next one is 5 Live. From the Brentford fans. There we go. It was a special night for them as a club as well. So. And next one is Radio Scotland. Again a bit distorted because it is a fair amount of signal. It's pushing the output valve a bit hard. You have to back off the volume, the distortion disappears. Now the next one you might not hear on the speaker, you certainly hear it on the phones. It's a Radio 4 relay in Dumfries, I believe it is. It's there. I'll bring up the reaction a bit. Oh, too much. There it is. For that to drive a speaker is pretty amazing. That's me increasing the reaction. Okay, now the final one is Spirit Radio from Cookstown in Southern Ireland. Let's say there. Obviously plenty loud enough on the phones. What we can do is we can cheat a bit. We can move the coil of the ferrite rod in a bit closer to the reaction coil. You get a bit more gain. Oh, there you go. That's it. As I say, on the headphones, it's on the strong stations, it's blusteringly loud. You just cannot listen to it. It's far too strong. But for a radio to perform like this with these little valves, I think is pretty amazing. Battery life on the HT batteries is very, very long indeed. And you know, when you maybe charge up it depends how many hours you use it, but I have been using it at night and listening to Caroline on it with a lot of success, and it's pulls in Caroline just as good as my XH Data portable radio as well. Obviously in here where I've got the loop aerial connected, it's better. The other thing I can do, of course, is I made a little coil up for the loop, just out of a bit of ferrite rod. This boy here, a few turns round about it, and I can bring it up to the set. You see that? Massively improves the sensitivity, and you can pull in an awful lot with that at night. Anyway, that's it, guys. Thanks for looking, and thoroughly recommend anyone to have a go at making something like this. Using the IJ18B, sorry, will be fine because they're more plentiful, and I would assume the performance would be far superior to this, considerably louder and be more sensitive. But the basis of the circuit would be the same. Maybe some changes in the values required, but that would be it. Okay, thanks for looking, guys. Take care now. Bye bye.